Hello, welcome to this video. In this video, we will talk about HTML and CSS. So, if someone is thinking to pursue his career as a web developer, then one must start with HTML, and then for the CSS and then JavaScript and all other things. So, here, if I try to give you the gist of HTML CSS, it's like HTML is like creating all the parts, the structures, the skeleton of the web page, and the CSS is the looking of the skeleton, like how do you want the skeleton to look, how it should be displayed to all the users, and then the functioning and all other parts are carried out with the help of JavaScript. So in this video, we will talk about HTML and CSS. So what is HTML? HTML is nothing. The first of all, the full form is Hypertext Markup Language. It is a language which is used by, you can say, almost every web page to create its building blocks. And HTML is having many elements, tags, and all other stuffs. So we will talk about all of them. If not all, then we will try to cover the basics and the essential ones. So let's talk about HTML part. First, we will say about elements. So elements is like when you are making something. Let's say you have a web page right here, okay, and then you have a heading here, right, and then you have a paragraph here, and then you have a image here, and also there is footer and all the stuff. So what are elements? Elements are not this thing, but you can say the bigger parts, like this whole, you can say it is a body. So body is a element. Fine. And you must have seen that there is a tab and there is a name written about the website or web page. So this thing is the title. So this is also an element. Fine. So there are many other elements. If I give you some names, then I will say, let's say, head and body, of course, header, footer, like, so these all are the elements. So okay, now I just told you about the elements, but what about these things? Like, I mean, what are these? These are elements. Well, you can say they are small parts of the elements, and how do we like state them? So we state them with the help, we can give them as a tag. Fine. We define them with the help of tags. So let's let's first of all set up your system for this thing, for your web, using HTML and CSS. In front of me, I've created a folder named HTML CSS. So in this, I will use an IDE. So what is an IDE? IDE is like you can say a platform on which you will perform all of your tasks. Fine. It's like whatever you do, how the coding and all the stuff you will do there. This is like a your own integrated environment, and gives you a proper suitable environment for you to code. So what I am using, I will be using Visual Studio Code for this thing, and I've used. Let me open up my Visual Studio Code. As you can see, my Visual Studio Code is now open. So before starting, let's okay. So inside right now, I'm inside my folder. So what I'll do, I will click here and type index.html. So .html is the extension for creating your HTML file, and I will hit enter. So what it will do, it will create a file of index.html, And before starting, let me tell you some tricks, or you can say some info about this, which will help you to code. Like, go here in the extension. Let me do this up. And what you can do is, first of all, you search for a live server. Okay, and this should look like this, and make sure you install it. So what it will do, it's like it will help you to visualize your changes instantly by putting up your HTML file live. Like you can see here, it is showing that whatever you do, and it will show you the changes instantly. Like you can see here, he wrote "I am alive" and it just got changed. So similarly, and one more thing which is required is the, let me see what it's called. Uh, okay, so nothing else required. Let's move on and go to our index.html. Fine. So I will write down one some code you can see. So let's see. So first of all, I will write, you can, the doc type, then HTML. Of course, I will explain everything just in a bit. Hello, and all right. So this much should do. Let's see. So remember I told you about this thing, the live. And to activate this, what you can do, just right click here and press on open with live server. So basically what it will do, that whatever you have done on your HTML file, it will pop up your all the things on the web page. So here you can see, hello, this is a web page is shown here, and right in the title I have given hello. So this is why the title is showing like this in the this tab. Fine. So what is this? Basically, these all are the elements and tags. So the h1 is the tag. You can say this thing is a tag, and all the HTML, the head, they all are the elements. As you can see, that doc type is like is there only one time, but HTML is two time, head is two time, body is two time, even h1 is two time. Why is that? Because some tags or some elements are required to have a closing tag or element. Fine. So doc type doesn't require any type of closing tag or element. I will explain later on why. And the rest of all the HTML requires a closing element, the head all requires to be closed, body requires to be closed. Fine. So moving on, if I tell you more about tags, so tags are like let me get back here. So let's go further with the tags. Fine. So tags are you can say there are like small chunks which helps you to build up more things. Fine. Like there is a p tag, there is a let me write down, like there is a p tag, there is an h1 tag which I just gave, which is by the way the headings, and there is a span tags. So if I tell you what are tags in a nutshell, it's like a word which defines the functionality of all the things which you are putting up between it. What means that whatever you give between h1, it will be heading only, right? And whatever you give between p, it will be paragraph. So these tags helps you to define all the elements between them as some provided attributes and all the stuff. And just in case, I just use the word called as attribute. So Attributes. So what are attributes? I mean, they are very useful and easy to use. I mean, they are small things which creates big difference in the way that attributes have the small parts in a tag. Basically, if I tell you, let's say there is a tag, fine, and to give it some more refining, we use attributes. I will tell you how. So, and providing this provides actually the extra data about with more info. I'm if I write it here, let's say, so you we provide, you must have seen images on the website, right? So images, let's say we have an image of you can, let's say we have an image which is quite big, like it is, let's say, 1000 pixel in the width, and 700 in the height. But with the help of attributes, what you can do, you can give the height whatever you want, and width whatever you want. Let's say you, instead of 700 you want 500, and instead of 1000 you want 700. So these attributes will help you to provide it some extra data. But you don't think of it like it only helps in giving heights and all. Let's say you have a button, fine, here it is written press. So now what is happening, that whenever you press on this button, it will go to a website, fine. But how is it happening? Because in this button we have given an attribute, and that attribute has an URL, and that URL is helping you to go to this particular website. I hope this will, yeah, this will make sense. Yeah. So this is the thing about attributes. So let's move ahead. Now we will talk about doc types, and basically doc types is a, you can say, yes, it is important. And why is it important? I will let you know in a bit. So the main thing about doc type is just a second. Yeah, main thing is that it is a declaration type of a document. You can get it from this part, that document and the type. So it tells you about all the things about declaration of the type, like what type of document are you using. And if I put it in a very simple word, it is basically the version of HTML, whatever you want to put up. So we put this thing just to make sure for the web page that yes, we are using this version of HTML. And moving on, the next is about HTML. So you must have seen, like, let me show you here, that doc type is on its own, but everything is between HTML, right, in this part. So yes, that's the thing actually, that now we will talk about HTML. So HTML tag. So if I put it in a very simple way, then it is nothing but that all the elements will be in between them. Cool. And yes, this requires closing tag, of course, because we have seen it did ask for a closing tag. So whatever things you make, fine, like whatever whatever things are there on the website, it's all between HTML, HTML tag, Fine. Like if I show it like this, yes, everything is just between these. Cool. So, but in HTML there are some parts, and there is a crucial part or an element which is known as head. And yes, it is also a, it also requires a closing tag. So what is required between head? Uh, it first first thing first, it can have CSS. Second, it can have links, and links to what? It can links have to let's say fonts. It can have links to icons, and what else? And it can have other stuffs, like it can have the title thing and the fonts and the Google and all the CDNs. So basically all the other stuffs which are required in the web page but are not required to be seen on the web page is between head, because these are things we don't need to see, right? The links, but only the functionality is required on the web page. Cool. So next is about and next is about a very important thing and very easy also, you can say. It is called the metadata. Let me show you how it is written. Meta cassette equals to UTF-8. Now what is this? Like, we haven't used it, but it is required in order to give a character set to the document, which means that it helps you to set up which characteristics you are using for your document, in a way that, let's say, you are using A, B, C in the HTML file, right? But the computer won't able to understand at some time. It might happen, but when you give this character set, it will generate into some code, and then it will be render properly in every condition with proper A, B, C. So it is like, you can say, it is like converts the human language to computer language. Fine. So next is title, and yeah, we talked about title, what it does. Title, sorry. Yeah. So what it does, yes, of course, it gives you the name of the, and this thing, the, it gives the name on the tab bar. So yes, it is it requires a closing tag also. And next we will talk about body. So body is I have told you earlier also that everything is between body only. Fine. Let me type it. So whatever you want to be shown on the website, everything is needed here, right here in between. Like whatever you want to show on the website should be right here in between. Fine. And this will have other tags, elements, and all the other stuffs, attributes on everything, all comes between the body. Next we'll talk about heading. So heading, you can say that what headings is, like, the tags is a tag, of course. Heading is a tag which I've used earlier. You might have seen that H1. Fine. H1 is gives the biggest, but as you go down, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it will also go down. Let me show you in a demonstration. Fine. So let's say 2, 3, 4. Now let's see the difference here. As you can see that the first this got it is a bigger, then it is smaller, then it's smaller, then it's more smaller, and then again to H1. So this is the heading part. So next is about paragraphs. So paragraph, what we use? We use p tag, and it is a close. P tag needs a closing tag too, and whatever is between in between is called as paragraph. So I have written some uh, gibberish. Sorry. Uh, so I've written some gibberish value just to show you how it works. Now let's go back here, and you can see, yeah. So this is the paragraph section. Fine. So everything in here looks like a paragraph. And next we'll talk about hypertexting HTML tags. Yeah. So let me write it down so that you will be able to get it. Hypertexting HTML tag. So what is hypertexting HTML tag? Like it sounds so big, but basically it is like linking a part of your text to an URL. So which means that let's say there is click me text, fine, and there is a URL and there is a page of that URL. So what happens that with the help of hypertexting HTML tag, whenever I will click here, the URL is attached to this. Whenever I will click here, it will go to this URL and then to this web page. So this can be directly linked. And remember we talked about attributes. Yes. So attributes comes here. Attributes comes here in which reference? That let's say you clicked here, fine. Instead of creating another web page, like one is there and you create another and another, instead of that you can simply do it in a single page. Like if I remove this and whenever I will click there, it will open on the same page, and this can be done with the help of attributes. And if you want it to be in another page, this can be also be done with the help of attributes. And how is it done? Let me show you. Okay, let me delete it. Okay, so what I'll do, you can see it is written AHREF, and then in between the cursor is blinking. So what I will right click here. Let me show you what happens first of all. When I open here, you can see it is. Let me give me, yeah. You can see here the words are clickable, right? But when I click here, it is coming where? Nowhere. You can see it is showing hashtag. Fine. So what happening? Nothing. Why? Because I've not given any link. So let's give a link. Let's say google.com. So what I'll do, I will click here, I will copy this and I will paste it here. Fine. But I don't want it, in a same page. So what I'll do, I will write here, and when I click here now, you can see it opened a new page. So this is the thing I was telling you, that with the help of attributes you can do this. So with the help of attributes, you will be able to do all of these stuff. Fine. So let's move ahead and let's see what else is there. So I think the hypertext HTML tag is clear for you now, and little bit of attributes also came in here. So you got the point, like what is that? What are attributes used for basically? So next we will talk about comment. Yes, comments are very useful. So how to do it comment? Let me show you in the this thing only. So nothing you have to do in VS Code. Either you can press Control plus this question mark to do this, or what you can do is, just a second. Yeah. So this is the sign for the commenting. So what it happens that whenever you comment and you go back to your website, it will go off. Fine, but it stays right there. So what happens that, let's say you want to create a changes but you don't want it later on, or you are not sure that you want it later on not, you can keep it commented. Fine. Next is about list tag. So list is like this is like very easy, and let me show you few, let me tell you few things about list first of all. So yes, let's, there are different kinds of lists. First is ordered, unordered, and there is another thing which is known as I'll show you. It is like description list, descriptive list. Okay, so let's keep that aside for once. So for ordered list is like, of course, giving it 1 2 3 4, and in unordered list you can simply get a bulletin. Fine. How to use this, let me show you. So to do an ordered list, you write ol, press tab, and ol, what you do, you write li, tab, and let's say you write 1. Go back here. Now you can see what it's doing. It's showing 1 1 1 1 1 in a ordered way. Fine. And if I go back here and I copy this, paste it here, and instead of ol I write u, u. So what happens, let's see, it gives you bulletin, which means that it is using unordered list. So now let's talk about descriptive list. Descriptive list is nothing but let me show you, then you will understand in a very easy way. So to start it with, you put DL, descriptive list, and you do DT, as in, let's say hello, and you do DT 1. Let's check back. So what is happening here? Okay, so it is not showing in this point. Just give me a second. Yeah, now it's done. So you can see that it is showing the list as a descriptive manner. You can see that it got a bit side, right? Let me copy this thing. Yeah. So this is like it shifts some of the list element to a bit right side to show it as a descriptive thing. So wrapping up about HTML, furthermore, what I'll show you is about buttons. So let's do that also. Simple, nothing complicated. You write button, then hit a tab and write hello, I am a button. Yes, it's a long button, I know, but you can see it is a button which is clickable. Fine. And then you have your text area span. So to tell you more about it, it's like text area. Hit the tab. You can see it is showing few things like your name, ID, column, rows. So about name ID, you may not require it right now. It's like, but the column 30 and row 10, what is that? Let's see. So basically, it just gave you a texting area of rows, which means the height of about 10, and the column, which is about the width, which is about 30. Let's see if I put it in the 20. You see, the width gets smaller, but you can increase this with the help of your mouse also. Next is about we'll talk. So there is one thing which is kind of interesting, and you can use it in your project, small things also. So it is called as the progress. So what is progress? Let's show you. Progress, fine, and I will give a value. Let's say 50, and I will give a max 100. So as I've given the value as 50, so I will write it here 50. Let's see what happens. Yeah. So what it did, it just gave you a progress bar of 50%. And if I change it here, see, it got 40%. So this is one interesting thing which you can do with the help of HTML. And next, and the last thing about HTML, which is very much important, is the form. Yes. So form, what does form? Forms is comes with an action of submit, but we don't require any action right now. So inside form, what you can do, you can do various things. You can get inputs, and inputs can be of various type. Yes, it can be type text input. Input can be type number. Input can be type of password. Let's see what is happening on the website. Fine. So what is the first is text? Yes, I am writing text. Second is number. See one thing, if I try to write some letters, it is not happening anything. But if I write number, it is happening. And next, third one was the password. Now see what is happening. I will write few things, but it is encrypted in a password manner. Fine. So this is used in a form whenever you are getting some values and all the things. So what are these? The types. Yes, if you are able to guess it, then very good. But let me tell you, types are attributes. Yes, there are different types of attributes. There are types submit, and what does and there is a type of submit. Yes. So what it does, let me see. So what it does that whenever I click on submit, it will activate the form here. Since it doesn't have any action, it will not do anything, but it has an action. Then whenever I click on submit, it will get all the value and do whatever the action is provided for the form. So yes, this was for the HTML, and it consists almost every basic and essential things which is required in case you are going forward with HTML. And yes, the next part of this video will be about CSS. Thank you.